Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute cracker of a morning it's turned out to be. Sun's out, everything's beautiful. I don't think there's any better time in Melbourne than there is in autumn. Just so I can see you all. It is my great pleasure today to welcome you to 1 Willis Court in Vermont. My name is Adam Docking, and it is my great pleasure to be your auctioneer today. To introduce you to the face behind the names, you've all had a chance to meet Ashley during the course of this campaign, and also Jackie. I'm sure the faces are fairly familiar to you. If you've been looking for real estate or thinking of selling in Vermont or any of these locations, I'm sure these faces are very familiar to you. We are here today to make it as enjoyable as possible to purchase such a beautiful, gorgeous property as 1 Willis Court in Vermont. Now, you do notice that we have set up the cameras here. We are live streaming this auction, so to anybody that's watching it online, welcome. We'd love to have had you here because it is such a beautiful morning, a great autumn day with all the beautiful all the leaves and so forth like that. It is just a spectacular day. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are offering today is lot number 2, certificate of title volume number 11385, folio 529, better known as 1 Willis Court in Vermont. And by the demographics here, I can't use the normal different strokes. What you talking about, Willis jokes, because it'll go straight over everybody's head. So I won't use any of those today. All fixed floor coverings, electric light fittings, window furnishings, fixtures and fittings is what's here waiting for you at settlement. Settlement is 30 or 60 days from today's date. However, if you've negotiated any terms prior to the start of today's auction, we will obviously honour those terms. The property comes under the Whitehorse Planning Scheme. The Minister for the Planning is a responsible authority. It is neighbourhood zoned residential zone 1 and residential zone schedule 1. Now, we do have the usual substitution and guarantee clauses in the contract for those people wishing to purchase and the spouse or partner is not here. We'll use the substitution clause. What we recommend you do is bid higher than you think, because when you go home and tell your spouse what you've done, she'll be very surprised and love you even more. Guarantee clause for those purchasers wishing to purchase under a company name, you may do so. We will be asking you to guarantee the performance of the contract as the director of the company. City of Whitehorse rates $1,657.85. Yarra Valley Water rate $739.92. Total outgoings $2,397.77. For those astute purchasers, was that it? Start. We started early.
Quarter time, maybe?
Yeah, could be half time, quarter time. For those astute people that read through the contracts, you notice there is no owner's corporation. It is separately titled. You do own the property. There is no body corporate. It is separately titled. All services are available. You will need to reconnect those under your own name at settlement. Now, like all properties in the City of Whitehorse, significant landscape overlay Schedule 9. It is obviously to keep the beautiful streetscape that Vermont and the City of Whitehorse is renowned for. Just have a look around you, and the beautiful autumn leaves around. This is what will be here for quite some years afterwards. The title shows us that we have a regular block of land of 186 square metres. There is no easement, even better again. And for those people that are wondering, it is about 12 years old. Now, we do have to read out the usual auction clause. It reads that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. This is where we pause and we explain, as soon as we announce a property is sold by law, I cannot take any further rises. The vendors have a reserve price, as the auctioneer will indicate bidders upon request. The law prohibits false bids and prohibits major disruptions by bidders, and prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding and provides fines for this conduct. The rules permit vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law, only I, as the auctioneer, may make a vendor bid. Very straightforward, very transparent. That is the housekeeping out of the way. For those people that have been here and had a chance to explore, I hope you've also had a chance to explore what is around you. Obviously, Carinya Road is the access, but then you've got all the walking trails and all the parks associated with the Tilson Drive and the Willis Court as well. For those people that are looking this for a young family home, absolutely spot on. We were joking about it before. At the school times, have a look at how many parents are walking the kids to Vermont Primary School. It is almost like Burke Street here in the morning. Down there, not here. So if you've got young children, I can guarantee you they will be making lifelong friends here. And it's the sort of house and the sort of location that Saturday and Sunday morning you'll feed them and then you won't see them till sundown. What'll either happen is they'll be off playing with all their friends there, or if you cater well, you'll have them all here. Either or. Vermont Primary School, Vermont Secondary College, but obviously very easy access to Mitcham Station, very easy access to Eastlink, very easy access to parks, transport, and also the most important thing, very easy access to the coffee shops and the cafes around here that we all love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your time to shine. Number 1 Willis Court. The owner here has enjoyed this property immensely, and as you can see by the way that it is furnished, he has loved it immensely as well. But this is your turn to move into this area and into this location and to drink in the ambience of what this area has to offer. 10% deposit, balance in 30 or 60 days, or any terms we've negotiated prior to the start of today's auction. Would somebody like to open the bidding? Don't even get a football siren now. Happy to start, ladies and gentlemen. I'd rather you start than me start. Who'd like to open the bidding for number 1 Willis Court in Vermont? The sun's out, that's got to be worth a bid. Happy to take your bid. I know you're all wondering who's going to start and who's going to finish and where we're going to end up, but now is the time. You know what we've been quoting? Tell you what, I'll nominate a bid on your behalf to make it easy. Let's start at $950,000. Would somebody like to open the bidding at $950,000? Won't buy the property, but it will start the auction. I'd rather you do it than me do it. At $950,000, would someone like to start? 60. $960, even better. At $960,000, ladies and gentlemen, we're away. At $960,000, 3 generous bedrooms, that beautiful living area. Modern from front door to back door. It's a type of home that you're going to move into here. You don't have to do anything except just stamping your personality on it. At $960,000, ladies and gentlemen, $970 if you wish. At $960, highest bidder and only highest bidder will have first right of refusal at the reserve price. At this stage, I don't want to pass the property in, but if I do, the highest bidder will be walking inside, and I'm sure they'll be walking out with the contract and a smile. At $960,000, 70 if you wish, I'll call it 3 times. 960. First call at $960,000. Having a discussion there, take your bid if you'd like. At $960,000. The only way you're going to buy this property is putting your hand up. This gentleman has. Could be a quick auction otherwise. At $960,000, second call. Give you a moment to think about it. Don't miss out. This one's been 12 years in the making. $960,000. Third call. Oh, just one moment. Was that a bid? Give you a moment. 970 now. 970. Can I make it, mate? 980. 980, it's got an 8 in it, it's lucky. 980, even better. 985. 985.
Taking the 5, yep.
Yeah, I have 985. I'm taking 5s now. Give you the same opportunity too. At 985,000, there's 2 in it. Now is the time. At 985,000, give you a moment to think. I'm in 5s.
You take 5s.
I'll take 5 if you'd like. At 985, have a look how quiet it is here. Except for estate agents yelling their lungs out. 985.
995.
995, thank you, even better, 995. 1 million. I knew we were going to get there. This is the quality of Vermont, ladies and gentlemen. Think about this. Move into a property like this, you don't need to worry about private school education because you've got 2 zoned schools, 2 highly regarded schools here, both primary and secondary. And you can leave the car in the garage because you can walk everywhere, and where you can't walk, you've got buses or trains. At $1 million even, yours again if you wish. At $1 million, call it 3 times if it helps you make your decision. $1 million, first call. Anybody else, now's the time to join in. Happy to take your bids. At $1 million, second call. Give you a moment to think. Another 5, 1050. $1 million and 5, sorry. Yeah, 10050.
Over here,
Yep. $1 million and 5. $1 million and 10. Or you can try a knockout bid, don't mind. $1 million and 5. I'm in 5s, yours if you wish. $1 million and 5. Anyone else? Not yet, but good try. Make it $1 million and 10. We're going to get there eventually. Don't shorten your stride just yet because it just makes you easier to catch. At $1 million and 5, $1 million and 10 now. 1010. 1010. You know what 1010 is? It's binary for good decision. That's what it means. $1 million and 10 now. 15 if you'd like, and anybody else. At $1 million and 10, call it 3 times if it helps you make your decision. First call at $1 million and 10. Second call at $1 million and 10. Third call, you're all done. At $1 million and 10 now. Yours if you wish. Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us while we seek our instructions. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. $1 million and 10, can I confirm? Thank you. At 1010, ladies and gentlemen, we're closer than we were, but we're not there yet. What's going to happen if we pass the property and the highest bidder, and only the highest bidder will have first right of refusal at the reserve price? At the moment, it is a knockout bid. It gets you inside to negotiate with the vendor. If you are not holding that highest bid, it just simply means that you probably won't be buying this property. At $1,010,000, I'll put it back to you for 5, and anybody else. Now is the time to shine. Have a think about it. 3 beautiful bedrooms. Modern from front. $1 million and 20. 1020. Gentleman knows value. You can go another 10 if you like, or 5, I don't mind. I'll give you all an opportunity at 1020. $1 million and 30. Give you a moment.
25.
$1 million 25, I'll take that. 1025. $1 million and 25 here. Haven't forgotten about you. Bidding is now over here, Ash. Another 5 here at $1 million and $25,000. $1
million and 40, Adam.
$1 million and 40 we have. 1040. Another 5. He's making it hard to catch, but you can still catch him. 1040. You're going to go inside, are you, Ash? Okay, sounds good. This is when we pad it out and estate agents talk about all the superlatives of real estate and all the superlatives of Vermont and what a beautiful area it is with this sunshine. Great place to live. These are the sort of areas that when you move into this area here, you'll stay forever and your kids will have their same.
Yep, we're on.
We're on. That was very quick and easy. At $1 million and $40,000 we're on the market and we're selling today. 1045. $1 million and $45,000. I haven't forgotten about you in the front either. You can keep joining in. You don't have to walk away. You can stay and throw your hand up. At 1045 here, $1 million and 50 if you wish. It's looking good for you. At $1 million and $45,000. I'll scan the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, any further rises? Otherwise, we'll be selling the property. At $1 million and $45,000. You've walked off, but you come back. Do you want to try another one? You sure? I'll give you a moment. Do you want to try one as well? At $1,045,000. We're back on possibly. 1045 here. Anybody else? 1050.
51.
Yeah, I'll take you one. We're over reserve, so I don't mind. You can take that. At $1,051,000. He took a one. You sure? Thank you for your bidding. It's looking good. At $1,051,000. Are you all done? Are you all silent? Now is the time. If you're going to yell a bid out, make sure it's loud so I can hear you. At $1,051,000. Are you out? Give you a moment to think. Are you sure? Thank you very much for your bidding. It's looking very good, sir. At $1,051,000, first call. At $1,051,000, second call. You have pressed on the market, haven't you, Ash? Good. Third and final call. Are you all done? Are you all silent at $1,051,000? We're selling. We're selling. We're selling. We've sold. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention and your attendance. Have a lovely, lovely afternoon. Have a fantastic weekend. And from all the mothers here, have a wonderful Mother's Day tomorrow and enjoy this beautiful autumn weather. Thank you indeed. Congratulations.
Thank you.